I remember at the time it was a Saturday morning, not long been up, and we were arguing about whose turn it was to make a cup of tea, important stuff, and I was soundly beaten on that one, so I was just about to go into the kitchen. 10 minutes prior to that, we got a phone call from the front office. Said, there's been a bomb scare in Bishopsgate, just keep away from the window. I think she might have said, can you open your windows? Which is like a sort of step further than usual. So I said, oh, is it serious? Yeah, we think it's quite a serious one. So having been defeated and was about to go into the kettle, suddenly I remember the curtains, what was it, they got sucked out of the windows, because the windows were obviously open, and then they sort of blew back in, and when they blew back in, it was an almighty great blast.
So as soon as I heard on the news that another bomb had gone off, made my way to work, and obviously arrived in the city to find it mostly blown up. You know, every street almost had damage in it. It was very widespread, the damage.
The bomb was due to go off at 10 o'clock. I was told that the cordons weren't wide enough, so I got moved to a little bit further back to Artillery Lane. There was another message saying that the cordons still weren't wide enough. So that was when you're thinking, this is going to be massive. I'm pretty sure it was around about 10:30 that it went off, and then what happened was there was a little shop in front of me, and the window blew in, and I got thrown into a doorway, and I felt this immediate pain in my right eye. But when it blew, because I looked down and I obviously had a white shirt on, and it was filthy. My face was filthy, everything was filthy. I was taken up to Moorfields pretty quickly, and I spent the afternoon in there. Had my eye sorted out, and that was that.
And I have a memory of actually going into Lime Street, where the Lloyd's building is, and there was a bloke on a seat harness washing the windows, and I said, you really need to get down from there, you know, come inside, etc., don't go outside. And then it went off, and I'd gone to speak to a security guard in a building in Fenchurch Street, and I'd gone down the street a bit, gone off, and I started retracing my steps, essentially coming back to where I come from. And the glass doors of this building in Fenchurch Street were gone, and I walked back into going back past the Lloyd's building, and the bloke who was in the seat harness came out and said thank you to me, because obviously they'd seen the rest of the sort of devastation. I was young in service, I didn't have any experience of explosions or that sort of thing, and it brought it home to me really, that even though you might be 400, 500, 600 metres away, actually it can still travel further than that.
Certainly community-wise it was really good, because a lot of areas were shut down, people couldn't come to work, people were feeding in all the time into Bishopsgate, but the exclusion zone sort of included a large area of the city and people couldn't get anywhere, so they were coming, they were talking to us, we were taking people out to show them where they could get to, what they could do, and I would say the community were really grateful for the work we were putting in, because they understood what was going on. So it was quite a good time, and we had all sorts of various gifts, sandwiches, you know, bits and pieces arrive at the front office just to say thank you for what we do.
The crime scene was in for many, many months, I remember, because everything had to be rebuilt. And in fact, we called the through road Bishopsgate was shut for a lot longer. It was shut for probably a couple of years. So it was a long time before things got back to normal. And in fact, policing wise, probably it's true to say things never got back to normal.